COVID greetings. I wanted to catch you up on a few things that are going on in the parish. First of all, a couple of months ago, I sent out an email and asked for contributions to the discretionary fund. The money was to help a family that was in serious need of, they were potentially going to become homeless. Your response was so amazing that we kept them off the street, and was so amazing that we were not only able to help them, but help 6 other families. You continue to amaze me. My heart is so overwhelmingly joyful. When we have a pastoral need like that, you come through in a big, big way. And very rarely do you get to see the happiness on behalf of the recipients of your generosity. But you really made a difference in the lives of 7 families over the last couple of months, and I want to thank you for that. I sent out an email a couple of days ago announcing that we would resume on a very limited basis public worship. We're going to start on Sunday, July 5th at 10 a.m. We'll meet at St. Mary's School at 505 East Covell at 10 a.m. And worship will be limited to 40. It's not totally an arbitrary number. It's related to the number of people that we can get into Taylor Hall safely spaced. Okay. So I'm very confident that with 40 people present, everyone can have the appropriate space to reduce the risk of the transmission of the virus. We will have a choir of 4. 3 of our college students will join us. Dr. Carl Nelson will be the 4th. Betsy will play the piano. They will sing on our behalf. So we will not have any congregational singing, but we will be blessed by the music they bring to us. Another change is there will be no touching, no passing the peace. Once again, it's all about safety, and we will distribute communion in the form of bread only. Once again, it's not new to the church. In times past, when there was concern about the transmission of disease, people would receive in only one kind. It's totally appropriate, but it'll be a bit of a difference. And without being able to pass the peace, not being able to give each other hugs as we warmly do, the experience will be just a little bit different. You must wear a mask when you come. There is no option to that. No mask, no worship. And we do that out of love for others. The other thing is I ask that you be on time. We because the space is limited, the doors will not remain open long after we begin worship. The other thing is you must have a reservation. So the emails contained links to Sign Up Genius. You can sign up and reserve a space. And if you have trouble accessing the Sign Up Genius, call Debbie at the office, and she will sign you. She will sign you up. The other thing, the third thing I wanted to share, has to do with our building project. And things are moving along a little more slowly than we hoped. Every time it rains, we get set back a day or two. But the entire building has a roof on it. The parish hall and the office educational wing are all enclosed with the exception of windows. All of the interior studs are up in the office and educational wing. And the exterior wall studs are going up on the nave. So things are really taking shape. There has been some additional grading to the road, accessing off of Broadway, the parking lot, and the fire lane around the road. So it's really coming together. And we will invite you out to the construction site sometime soon so that you can get a firsthand look. When COVID first manifested itself, you may remember that the stock market took like a 30% drop. And at the same time, oil and gas revenues, or oil and gas prices were dropping, which affected oil and gas revenue. Both of these economic situations negatively impacted our project. And the vestry assessed the loss that we received in the stock market and the lower expected income from oil and gas revenues, and decided that we needed to scale back the scope of our project to ensure its financial viability. So the first decision was made was that the exterior of the building would be completed as planned, with the exception of the bell tower. The bell tower has been postponed to a later time when funds are available. It is a beautiful architectural piece of the building, but it's not essential to our mission. The next thing that we decided to do was that we would scale back the irrigation system on the exterior of the building to just that which is a must and not what is desirable. That will save a little bit of money. And then probably the most dramatic piece is that we decided to delay for the short term the interior finish out of the parish hall and the kitchen. Now, we've been asked why that decision. Well, it all came down to bathrooms. In order to occupy the building, you must have a certain number of bathrooms, and those bathrooms are located in the office and the educational wing. We do have bathrooms in the parish hall, but not sufficient to supply the need if we are in the nave. And so the decision to go with the offices and the educational wing just had to do with bathrooms. Although the vestry has not yet set the priorities for whether we do irrigation or parish hall or barrel tower, I'm pretty sure, just in general conversations, that the parish hall and the kitchen is our number one priority as funds become available. And we have had some recovery in the market since that initial 30% decline. So if you have any questions, ask any member of the vestry or call me, and we will help you. We still do not have a date for the completion of the building. The last thing that I wanted to share with you is really a prayer request. When the virus manifested itself, you know that it affected public schools. It also affected St. Mary's School. Our teachers at the school stepped up and moved from in-person teaching to online teaching, and they did so in a big way. They were innovative and they were ingenious. And I just want you to remember in your prayers our administrators and our teachers as they prepare for another school year. There's just a lot of uncertainty about how the virus is going to impact us, and I am very proud of Pam Doctor's response and our teachers' response, and just support them with your love and your prayers. I know that they would appreciate that because they care so deeply for the children who are entrusted to our care, and it is absolutely manifest. God's work is greatly glorified, not only in our parish, but in our school. So these were the things that I wanted to share with you. Feel free to call at the office to speak to me at any time. If you have a pastoral need, call me. Circumstances have changed. I can get out. I can come and visit you in your house if I wear a mask and we socially distance. So we're beginning to regain at least some elements of our life as a community in Christ. So I wish for you the very best of God's riches, and I pray for you from the depths of my heart. God go with you. Remember that God working in us can do infinitely more than we can ask or imagine, and God will be glorified from generation to generation in the church and in Christ Jesus forever and ever. Amen. I will see you soon.